And at Melbourne at the time, there was this lovely kind of podcasting ecosystem just starting to develop. It was a really supportive environment. The notable exception being the head of my centre, who actually tried to get rid of the podcast entirely, like told me to basically can the podcast. And that led to me at Melbourne University. No, at Melbourne University.
You've moved since then?
I've moved since then, yeah. So I actually quit my job at Melbourne largely because they told me to stop the podcast, or at least my boss told me to stop the podcast. And, a huge inconvenience to my family and, my partner and my small child. I basically left my job and we moved to Newcastle. And so for a while I was doing it while pretty well unemployed. So it took a toll pretty early on. So
why did your boss want you to stop though? I don't understand.
It's one of those things. So hosting a podcast in academia is always a bit difficult in that we're sort of a foreign body within the organism, and various parts of the organism want to expel you because you don't fit with what they know. They know peer-reviewed journal articles, they know books with university presses, but this podcast thing that seems to be taking up a lot of Graeme's time, we're not really sure how to measure that or how to fit that in. So it's not uncommon, particularly for older academics, to be a bit against these sort of new forms of engagement. It's really fairly common, but she was just, as soon as I mentioned how much time it was taking up, she was like, well, that's it. I don't want you doing that. That's of no benefit to me. You can can it. I left my job.